We are building tiny villages to house the homeless. We currently
Mm.
have land, Coyote Canyon, and we're in the process of doing that. We have long-term permanent solutions. We're going to open thrift stores that generate roughly about $100,000 a month. It has the ability to create community hubs for veterans and senior citizens to not only provide housing, but to prevent homelessness through helping with rental assistance. So we're going to be sharing more about that coming up. I wanted to bring you on first and hear your story. But as long as you can stick around, we're going to be talking about it, and I'll also send you some information. I would take it as a personal honor to have you as a member of the 1 in a Million founders. And I got as little as $5 a month. Um, and we're going to do big things, more if you would like, you know.
Well,
And I
I'm
would,
highly interested in figuring out how I can contribute. Number one, because you have a heart of gold. Ever since I've met you, you've just been an amazing individual. So I believe anything that you're connected to has a special connection. And then, of course, if it's going to benefit those who have served this absolutely amazing country, we're definitely going to participate in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Please keep me posted.
oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Scott, as usual, it's always a pleasure. Lizelle, and Lizelle is a great mentor of mine as well. She has 40 years in the marketing
Nice.
industry. And she is the founder of this program. I tell you, I am so happy to lock arms with her because she has a heart of gold as well, and she desires to do nothing more than to serve and to help those in need. She's in Texas, and they're having some really stormy weather, so I don't know if she's
Oh yeah.
on. Lizelle, are you able to come through? Yeah, she must not be on.
Yeah, my
Oh,
wife is
yeah.
actually in Dallas, Texas at a travel agent conference this week. So yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Russell's phone. So I'm coming in as Russell. So
Okay.
our angels um, among us. So yeah. So exciting to have you with us here, Preston. We are here to actually just really, really wipe out homelessness across America. We
I
have a
love it.
simple solution to poverty, but we also have a simple solution. It's even easier. Well, I don't know which one is easier, wiping out poverty or wiping out homelessness, but we're going to do it hand in hand simultaneously through a very, very simple, easy for anyone to do. If you got 4 quarters, you can help us wipe out poverty. I mean, homelessness. 4 quarters, wipe out homelessness. 4 quarters a week, 4 little quarters every week. We're looking for
And what
people to 1 in a Million Founders Club and commit to that little payment of $5 a month, because there's sometimes 5 weeks in a month. So, maybe you pay an extra month, an extra week's worth in those short months, but $5 a month, basically $1 a week. We can wipe out homelessness, totally wipe it out. So we got a lot of videos on our YouTube channel about it and how it works. And we are now talking to business owners about becoming advertisers with us, letting us be the marketing arm for them.
Nice.
We're collecting their marketing materials, business cards, any kind of special offers, coupons, whatever they may be offering. So right now we're pinpointing in on the Denton, Texas area, because what we're going to be doing as people become 1 in a Million, get into that 1 in a Million Founders Club. What they're committing to is that they're going to pay at least $5 every week to support this effort. With 1 million people, guys, that's $5 million a month. With $5 million every month coming in from just that million people, that first million people, which will grow to even more. But with that, just that first million people, that Founders Club, we can open multiple thrift stores throughout the nation. Each thrift store will generate on its own hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. A thrift store in a highly populated area, the right demographic area, generally pulls in over $100,000 a month just on nothing but used clothing. So this is the model that we're going for. This is what we're striving for, is to get 1 million people on board with this before the 4th of July, so we really have something to celebrate. And between now and the 4th of July, we open thrift stores. Now, why we're pinpointing on the businesses, particularly the businesses that are associated or in the Denton, Texas area, is because we already have a large accumulation of things that have been donated for this thrift store that are sitting in storage units, shipping containers, every nook and cranny we can find to shove some more stuff that's being donated. We've got so much we're having to push away stuff we can't take anymore. We have nowhere else to put it. The cost of housing it until we get the thrift store is becoming ridiculous. So we must get this thrift store open. So what we're doing here is multifold. One hand washes the other, right? So as we approach businesses in the area, we're going to ask them for coupons and things. Now, this is not to say that somebody anywhere on the planet can't participate in this as an advertiser. We'll still advertise for you. If you've got something that can be offered nationwide, we can include your advertisement in this donor appreciation gift bag. Now, what we intend to do is fill this gift bag with literally thousands of dollars worth of value, with thousands of different merchants and business owners putting their special offers in there. As we fill these bags full of all these goodies, and we give them to each of the people as we're out and about presenting to people how we can end homelessness so fast, so easy, with everybody contributing 4 little quarters a week. Just 4 little quarters. You know, when you say $1, $1, people look at that as $1. It's a whole dollar, and they get all freaky about $1, you know. But when you say 4 little quarters, they realize that's nothing more than some spare change. You spend more than that on a cup of coffee every day. Most people, if you're driving through Starbucks, I can't believe that line at Starbucks, but my gosh, I add up the dollars that are being spent in a few minutes driving through there. Oh my goodness. You know, what the average drink there's going to be $5 plus, right? Gee, that's helping us house people. 1 cup of coffee at Starbucks helps us literally house people combined with everybody else's $5. So simple, so easy. So these thrift stores become, by funding the thrift stores, getting the thrift stores actively activated throughout the country, $1 million, 3 or 4 times a month, that means we can open many, many, many thrift stores all throughout the country and just keep opening them and just keep opening, because people are committed to that $5 every month. So as we do this, these thrift stores are generating money from the stuff that gets donated in, and those thrift stores then become a public service place where people can come and get assistance with rent and utilities, because this is about homeless prevention. If they have a place, we want to help them stay housed. So if they need assistance with rent and utilities, we're going to supplement that for them. We're going to help them keep those things paid. The other thing we're going to do is build these little structures, these little tiny houses on old trailers. So we're taking any old trailer that anybody's got sitting on their property. They don't want it there anymore. Some old RV, they don't have a title to it. We don't care, because we're dragging them out to a property just outside of Denton, Texas, in Decatur, that is not a restricted property. It's all rural. And we can put these tiny houses, we can build these tiny houses there and develop this property to house, probably on that one particular property, around 40 veterans out there. So this particular first village will be directed towards taking care of our homeless veterans. This is where we permanently get them off the streets, in housing, safe housing, and in a community that is developed just for them. They're all veterans. They all share the same mindset, and they have the same special needs. And so we will be catering to some of those special needs with counselors on site and transportation and different things that they may need. So this gives them a place to be together where they're safe. They're not putting up tents on the side of the road or in the bushes. And definitely I want to see Veterans Row in Los Angeles shut down. That is a disgusting sight to see in America, that our veterans have been discarded that way to the point that there is, you know, how many miles long, I don't know, but you know, it's absurd, you know, just tent after tent after tent. And these guys still loyal to their country, flying the flag on their tents. This needs to be shut down. This should not even exist. This should have never happened in this country. This is a disgrace, not because they are a disgrace, but because our country has not taken care of them. That's the disgrace. This needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. So we're asking everyone to get involved. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to the people at your church, talk to your pastor, and get him to have a special time when the whole church gets online and they come to this call. Invite people to come to this call every night so they can learn what's really going on. Most people, unless they have actually seen this, they don't even know it exists. Unless they happen to have seen something in the news, which it's rarely spoken about. But, you know, because I think somebody owns the media, you know what I mean? So they don't talk about it much. It doesn't get exposed unless you're watching the right news channel. So anyway, the thing is, for as little as 4 little quarters a week, we can end all of this by American people coming together. We the people, we can fix this problem. It's not a hard thing to do. And the thrift stores, well, they provide the ongoing financial support to the villages that are opened in that particular region. So as each store is opened, little tiny house villages are going to be springing up all around as we find properties to utilize for these tiny house villages. And some of these villages will be for the elderly people. So maybe one village is just for elderly women. They'll have cute little white painted lady Victorian looking little houses with roses growing everywhere. We want to make these little villages a place where they can be proud, feel comfortable, feel safe, and enjoy the rest of their lives and not be subject to the elements and the hardships of being homeless. They really will have a little place to call home. So this is permanent housing for them, not temporary like the shelters, which there's no guarantee. You know, you line up in line at a shelter and hope you get a bed that night. Many people get turned away. So it's not, the shelters do not provide ongoing long-term housing for people. It's a short-term Band-Aid. If they don't have permanent housing, they live in fear. They live in disarray of, you know, the weather. A lot of them have medical conditions that need to be treated, and being in the weather is not healthy for them. People that are not housed typically die 3.4% earlier in life than people who are housed. So we have a lot of work to do here, but it's not an impossible thing to do by any means, because it is so simple for everyone to just commit to that $5 a month. Just make the subscription for $5 a month. Know that your dollar a week is paid, and you're helping, along with everyone else, end this homeless situation. Simple and easy. Nothing to it. The thrift stores provide the ongoing support for the communities, and as long as everybody keeps paying that $5 every week, we just continue opening more stores, more stores, more stores, more stores. Our goal is to have the first store in Denton, Texas opened up before the end of June, and to be already putting people out, the veterans in the local area, in cottages out there at Coyote Canyon in Decatur. So that land is already there. The utilities are already on it. Sewer, water, electric, cable, everything. It's already there. So all we have to do is bring in the money, build the little cottages, and house people. It's that simple. This is not a hard thing to do, but it does involve everyone being committed and coming together and sharing this with other people as fast as possible. Bring as many people here onto these calls every night as fast as possible. Summer is coming in here in Texas. It's going to be very, very hot very, very soon. Last year, we hit days of 116 degrees. Literally, homeless people die here in the streets every day in the summer because of the heat. Let's put an end to all of that. At least No veteran should ever come home from war and die in our streets. That's disgusting. That's just un, unthinkable. It should be unthinkable and never ever happen. So I'm asking you all to please reach out to people. Please be diligent about reaching out to people. And let's get this million people strong Founders Club filled quickly this week, tomorrow. We can do this. We can do this. It's all a matter of desire, want to, passion, compassion, empathy, love. It's all about love. Let's show some love to our veterans and to our elderly people. Let's get this done. Get her done. Get her done. That's let's just get
Thank
her.
you, Miss. Yes. Now I know Preston has to leave us soon, but I just wanted to thank you for coming. This is a long-term permanent solution. I help people, the nonprofit organizations get grants, and I'm always at them, you have to get something that's producing revenue so that your only hope is not a grant. They're at the mercy of whether or not they get a grant every year instead of having self-sustaining income producing ventures. So I'm so excited to be a part of this. Lizelle, I love it. Change will make a change.